Our Almighty Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the gift of life. We thank you for the day. Abba Father, as we are going to the lesson, help us understand whatever they are going to teach us and help our teacher guide us. In the name of Jesus Christ, I've prayed and believe. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Desire. And you are going to be made a co-host, meaning you must be able to control the class. Sometimes some people put up the hands and I fail to pick them. Or due to network problems, you find at my place I'm unable to pick, but then you're able to pick. So then another thing, people who disorganize the board, this time around, I think I will be doing by suspending. I just suspend you a bit. When you prepare yourself, you turn back. Again, we are having the chat room. Let the chat room be of emphasis and mainly the academic emphasis. If at all you have any concern and have not picked your hand, if it is raised, please write your concern or your question within the chat room. I'll be able to read. When you write very many useless things in the chat room, I'll be unable to read. So please, the chat room is open. If at all I am teaching or the lesson is going on and you fail to understand anything or something, please do write the concern within the chat room. Secondly, if at all you have any concern, we shall always respond by putting up our hands, and then we make sure that at least we have something within this lesson, which is about map work skills. We had last time covered or talked about photograph interpretation, which is item 2. And this time, Desire any request?
No.
Okay. Desire, you are a co-host and you have that power that you unmute yourself and talk to us. So for any request, you have no any problem as I'm teaching, you can always tell us for any problem. We are having this. Last time we talked about photograph interpretation. And members, I said according to the structure of a standard paper, photograph interpretation is item 2. Then map work skills is either item 1 and it is compulsory. Item 2 is photograph interpretation and it is compulsory. And therefore, I'm going to put more emphasis and more efforts on the 2 items, that is mapwork skills as well as photograph interpretation. This time around, let's look at mapwork skills, of which I said it is compulsory. When I say it is compulsory, it means that members should be keen and observe very well maybe what and how different aspects should be answered. We all have prior knowledge about map work because it is something that is started in senior 1. 4 years now, we have some prior knowledge about it. And therefore, most of the things I may not talk about them generally. I will just talk about them briefly for the emphasis of maybe completing this topic, and what I'm just trying to remind you about certain aspects. Not everything will be covered within this lesson. Mapwork skills is a broad practical lesson, a broad topic, a broad practical topic. And therefore, I may not cover everything within this topic, but my request is let's listen. 1, we looked at map work. What is map work skills? First of all, what do we need to understand about it? The following must be considered. As maybe if at all you can see the first display, I'm saying the topic is map work skills. Then or is the areas of concentration I had mentioned about maybe how to draw a sketch map, again a cross section, also describing the different relationships between different aspects. But minus that, we have other things that we must talk about. For example, you can't draw a cross section when you don't know what a grid reference is. When you don't know what a grid reference is. And therefore, we shall start mainly by highlighting the small things that make us open to map work. Okay, let me go to my next slide. And with my next slide here, I started by having different things that you, a candidate, must know before attending or before sitting for the final paper, which is UNEB 2026 UCE Geography. You must be having the following aspects. One, knowing the grid reference of the area. Then knowing the trend. When I talk about the trend, it can be the trend of a river, it can be the trend of a road from A to Z. Then knowing the bearing and the direction. Then the vertical interval. What is the vertical interval? You must be knowing what it means. Intervisibility. Are you able to see certain places, or we have something like that obstructs you? So that is the intervisibility. We must be knowing maybe how do you determine the direction of a river? Then again, look at the amplitude. We look at the location and the hemisphere. Do you know how to draw a sketch map? What about a cross section? Then again, we must be knowing also to describe relief, describing drainage, describing patterns or types, describing vegetation, describing settlements, describing patterns, describing transport and communication, describing relationship between geographical aspects or the so-called relief drainage, relief and transport, drainage and settlements, everything about that. Then we look at the factors also for the presence of different geographical aspects, as well as describing economic activities or the land use types using the map extracts. Also describing the challenges faced by people in the areas. So my emphasis to you ladies or boys and girls, it is here that we need, please, information file, please. Okay, it's okay. We shall see how to do. But please, maybe as I'm explaining, we shall as well be writing. I rarely do project or send the work in the group because some of you are not on the other WhatsApp platform, which is divided into streams. And therefore, sometimes when I just put it there, then it means that most of you are not going to benefit. But I will do if time allows. Okay, so I've said we must be knowing all these ones before you sitting for a NEB paper. If you want that paper, which is item 1, for it not to challenge you, but if you want to challenge it, please, you must be knowing everything that I have listed here, starting from the grid reference up to how to how to describe the problems or challenges, also describing the relationships. That is, we don't have any question that you will do at your final exam apart from the aspects which I have listed. All questions are or must be gotten from the aspects which I have listed for you. Okay, I may not now allow questions at this time because we've not yet started the content, but now let us maybe officially start. Class, can I have one person maybe to read for us maybe about what map is? By show of hands. Okay. Okay, let me receive the reason as well I love senior 4 class Most of the guys are active, so I love it. Oh, geez, Muhammad is in class as well. I'm trying to receive Danny, but then maybe it's network problems. Okay,
So
Chiza
I'm here.
Muhammad. Yes, please.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good
A
afternoon
map
to you.
is a presentation of physical and human features of a particular area on a sheet of paper as seen, drawn and printed from above using conventional symbols.
Okay, thank you so much. Uh,
Welcome.
okay, let me first leave this aeroplane to go. Okay, I am sometimes distracted by the area that I'm in, being an area with a lot of uh, aeroplanes and what, but we must listen to each other. So, if you can see now, they are saying that a map is a representation. A map is a representation of physical and human features of a particular area on a sheet of a paper, seen or drawn or printed from above using the conventional symbols. All of us at this time, we have already seen what a map extract is, and therefore I don't have such aspects that maybe you don't know what a map extract is. We all know. But maybe let us first see these ones. Use of place names. Identification of features using the place names. This method involves using the, okay, here I wanted us to look at maybe how can we identify different places on
Take
a
it
map?
now.
How can we identify different places on a map? And mainly, I want us to look how to use such grid references to identify different places on a map. Members, sometimes when it is a broader place, we can just use them by direction. We say maybe it is in the northern part. If it is like a forest or a lake, it is in the southern part of the map extract. But for the specific features, you must be knowing how to locate them using the either 4-figure grid reference or 6-figure grid reference. When I talk this, I don't think that I'm just talking news or something new to you, boys and girls. Can we maybe, I'm having some people who are writing, can we maybe first note something down? Okay. Someone is trying to write on board. This one with Tekno KLO5. Please, please allow me not to talk otherwise. Tekno KLO5. Let it be the last warning. Let it be the last warning. Yes. Other people do have smartphones. Okay. Thank you so much. Aha. I was going to talk on the other side. I'm sorry. So we are saying grid references. These are networks of lines running vertically and horizontally on the map extracts, and they are used to locate features on a map extract. The horizontal lines are known as northings, whereas the vertical lines are known as eastings. This is something that obstructs or distracts or confuses most of you. Most of you are confused by what we call northings and eastings. And I want us to learn it better using what I have tried to illustrate here. And in my illustration, we are having the eastings. We are saying that eastings are the lines which I've tried to show here. I've tried to give you some of the lines. If we can see these lines here, these lines, why are they called eastings? Because they increase in number towards the east. Because they increase in number towards the east. Then when you talk about northings, the horizontal lines, these horizontal lines, these ones, reason being, they increase in number towards the north. They increase in number towards the north. Any concern on that? By show of hands. Let me first maybe clean the board. Any concern about that? I think class monitor, you have the ability to clean the board as well. So sometimes I kindly request if I allow you maybe to say you clean the board, you can clean it. Okay, so any concern by show of hands? Any concern, any concern, any concern? Any concern? Our class monitor, you can pick any of the people putting up their hands. If it fails, then okay. Jetty. We're having two people with microphone. That is Irene and JT. Can I first listen from Irene?
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to Irene.
Yeah, like I wanted to know when starting to counting, do you start counting from easting or northing? Because I
Thank
have
you
a
so much.
problem there.
A very good question. It may help a lot. Thank you so much, Irene, for a wonderful presentation. Then JT. JT. Okay.
So, sir,
Yes, please.
my question is like, if you are told to read the coordinates of B,
If we are going to do what?
read the coordinates of B.
Yes, please.
So we start with the northings or eastings.
Okay. Thank you so much. What's your name?
Ibrahim.
Okay, Ibrahim. All right. I think if I continue with these hands that are up, I may do maybe reply your questions, even if I've not had, but they are somehow they must be related with what I'm going to talk about. Members, we are having what is the formula for writing what we call grid references. What is the formula? The formula is here. Now, for example, we are looking for the grid reference of A. We all see where point A is. Can someone try to give me the grid reference of point A? Can someone try, just try before I continue, to give us or to identify for us the grid reference of point A? Maybe let me receive. There was Martha in class, JT, Irene. Yes, Martha.
I think the grid reference of A is 15,
Yes.
15, 6,
Good.
then 90, 91,
1. Is it 7?
7.
Can we please give her some flowers? This is very wonderful. Please, let's give her flowers. No girls love flowers, and she deserves them. All right. Now, whenever we are noting what we call grid references, members, we start with nothings. Then from nothings, we look at eastings. We start by counting these lines here. These ones, we start with these numbers, and these are nothings. Then from nothings, we look at these ones, which are known as eastings, It is a reason as why Martha Maria was able to say it is 15. Then from 15, counted towards the east, looked for where point A is, and it is on point something like 6, thereby saying it is 15, 6. Then again moved up here looking for eastings. It is 91. Then again point to where it is. Is it here or here? Something like here, which is 7. And therefore the answer becomes 15, 6, 91, 7. Thank you so much, Martha. Any question before I proceed on that? I'm going to receive like 2 people, then we proceed. Members, we are having a lot of work, and how I pray that we get done with this work today. Then tomorrow, in the next lesson, we look at something else. Can I maybe receive blessing?
Yes, excuse me, sir.
Yes,
I
please.
thought the ones going upwards are nothings, then the ones going to the east are eastings.
Oh,
But what you
wow.
said was the opposite.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. We said that these numbers, let me again repeat it here, that these ones here, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, are known as eastings, Sorry, unknown Banai. Yeah, in fact, I have confused you. When these ones are known as nothings, reason being they increase towards the north. Reason being
Yes.
they increase towards the north. Oh, Bambi.
North.
Sorry, blessing, I'd confused you. I've accepted.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Reason being they increase towards the north. They are known as nothings. Then these ones here are known as eastings. Reason being they increase towards the east. Sorry. That was a very big mistake. And therefore the formula for looking the grid references, it is known as eastings and northings.
Nothings.
E-N.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, hope that one is understood, blessing. Thank you so much for a very
Yes. Thank you,
wonderful
sir.
observation. Thank you so much for a very wonderful observation. Yes, Abdu Fatak. Abdu? Abdu. Okay, Abdu, maybe it's network, but I've tried my best to receive you. Then we have Amaro. Okay, remember, sometimes when I fail to receive you, maybe let me read through you. So it's like the opposite. Things are confusing. Oh, host man. Okay. we're having, I don't know if it's the problem of my network, but then it must be your network because you can listen me very well. I'm trying to receive.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, good afternoon to Desire. Is it Desire or it is this American Queen?
Yes.
Okay, American Queen, you can talk to us.
So I've just joined the lesson. I don't know. We are trying to find grid difference method.
Okay, we are trying to maybe determine the grid references, and that's all. Only we had wanted to see if at all anyone is confused with the lesson or with what we have explained right now. Okay, okay, that one had just joined. It's fine. Someone still is having a complaint that is none other than Abraham Hajara. Yes, Abraham.
Master, I was just asking that this girl has said that if you are reading the Bible version, it's 15:6, then 91 something.
I didn't get you well.
So this guy said that it's 15:6, then
Yes.
91, then 91:7.
Yes.
So if I'm reading that I say 17:0, 93:0.
Yes. 17
If I'm
0.
reading
All
93:0.
right. All right. I'm getting you there. Okay. I'm getting your concern.
Excuse me, wouldn't it be better if you could say like Hastings are lines drawn towards their lines drawn towards the east, like you draw them going towards the east. Then Northings, their lines drawn while going towards the north. Wouldn't it be better? Instead of saying they are drawn from north to, like, instead of saying that these things are drawn from north to south, and then Northings are drawn from west to east. Instead, can we say like Eastings are lines drawn while going to the east, and Northings are lines drawn while heading to the north.
Thank you so much, sir.
Excuse me.
So I would say that the eastings are the lines that increase going to the east, and then the northings increase going to the north. Isn't it better?
Teacher, I think eastings are lines that increase well going towards the north. Then northings are lines that increase towards the east.
Okay, hope the class monitor you're able to see what I've tried to project. This is an example of a map extract that we are talking about. And what do we want? We need to know how do we allocate features on the map extract? Right, please stop it. We need to know it. So we are saying eastings, we are saying northings. And I have already said that these ones which are here are known as the eastings. Here, these lines, they are eastings. Then if it comes, because when I say those lines, then we are considering here, the numbers here. They are increasing towards the east, then nothings are here. The vertical lines, why are they called nothings? Because they are increasing towards the north. It may get or confuse you the more, but then that's how it is. And I'm trying to also maybe to also get it through the real explanation of the examples which I had projected. Let me turn back to the examples that I had projected. Here, we are having, can anyone now first tell us what is point B? Point B, or tell us the grid reference of point B by show of hands. By show of hands, point B. Point B, is it my network? Abigail, Ariel, Stein, whoever receives the microphone first, I've distributed it to like 3 people.
Yes. Teacher. It is 17,090. Yes, 17,093.
Can I listen from Ariel Einstein?
The good point A, since it's from 8 things and go to much things, it is 1, 5, 6,
yes.
9, 1, 7.
1, 5. Point B.
That's
We are
for
talking
point
point
A.
B. Point B, which is here. Yeah.
Thank you for all. 0, 9, 3, 0.
Yes. Thank you so much. 17090. Thank you so much. The pronunciation of your name is difficult. Okay, then can I have any other person now to give us point C? Point C. Point C by show of hands. Point C. I receive. Abigail, I've tried to give you the microphone, but it's network. But I have Beckerson, BM, Mwanguzi. Mwanguzi, can you maybe talk to us if at all you have received the microphone? If not, then Alicia can give us the answer. Or Philippa. Philippa was the first in class. Yes, Philippa.
19,596,0.
19.5, 96, 0. Thank you so much. I do think that maybe an explanation about how to look for different grid references or the grid numbers, we can just stop it from there. The main emphasis or what I'm emphasizing about is how to get the knowledge about it, because we know this is senior one work now. Turn back to the next slide. If I've tried to move faster, we shall do, but then we reach at the main content which I want. Okay, we need also to know how to calculate the area of irregular features on the map extract. Calculating the area of irregular features on the map extract. We said the area of the total distance, or is the total distance curved or occupied by a feature. And its formula, we say we get full squares plus half squares, then we get the half squares divided it by 2. We get the half squares, divide them by 2.
Before the feature and
Okay, when do we use 4 grid figures? Members, we may not meet any question that requires 4 grid figures, but 4 grid figures are there for us to learn. But the 4 grid figures, you may not see any scenario that requires 4 grid figures. Okay, hope I've tried to answer you. Okay, I love people who were giving answers in the chat room. That is Alimpa Abigail, then Abraham, then Jocelyn, then Baby Andra, Betty, Sabito, and very many others. So far, I'm not seeing any big concern. And if at all there was any big concern within the chat room, please, our class monitor Desire, you should as well inform me earlier before I proceed. So we've said that the formula for looking the distance of irregular objects is full squares plus half squares, then we divide by 2. Then we divide by 2. Nothings are horizontal lines, and the things are the vertical lines. Yes, please, it is. Jean, it is like that. Okay. So please, that's the formula. Assume we are having something like this. This is the item that is normally brought, members, when, if at all, they don't bring for you item of drawing a cross-section or a sketch map. Sometimes they bring this one taking something like 8 marks. And it is something very simple. It is easy to pass, again, easy to fail once you make just a mistake while counting the boxes. Just a simple mistake makes everything wrong. So we observe very well the full boxes. Then we count them aside. We again observe very well the half boxes. We also put them aside. Then we get the full boxes plus half boxes divided by 2. At this point, I cannot now take you through maybe how to look this one and this one. That is not my emphasis. My emphasis is here now. How do we present the answers after we've gotten the other real figure? How do we present our answers? We present our answers in this way. Okay, here I'm assuming that I've tried to maybe to count the other boxes, and I want to see getting the boxes, then we again, the full boxes, we divide them again with the half boxes. First of all, I said the full square, first of all, like the full squares were 28, then the half squares were 17. And then we look for the area. We say the area equals full squares plus half squares, then we divide them by 2, or we divide it by 2. Yes, please. Yes, class monitor. Okay, Just Jane, any problem?
Yes.
Okay, you can give us any if there is any concern.
So Can I speak? Or
Can you do what?
hello? Can I ask a question? Or
Where?
about the
About to? Okay, Jen, I'm not getting you very well, but hopefully we shall be able to know each other, or we shall get each other. You can even give your question via the what? Well, I return back to the formula bit. What if the question is open and they ask locate grid reference and I give 4 grid figure? Am I wrong? If they say please locate using Betty. Okay, thank you so much, Betty, but please. Aha, very good. Can see you. The calculations are not correct. I love that. We count full figures that I love that. Okay, so people have now already observed, and this is the question I was going to present to you. So I said we get full figures plus half figures, we divide them by 2. Someone was saying that I turned back to the formula. This is the formula that we use. We get full squares plus half squares, then we divide by 2. We then divide by 2. Maybe let me clarify here on the formula. These 2 must be under here. Then as well as this side, these 2 must be here under 17. Okay. So someone is saying that our calculation is missing something. So please, again, it is the emphasis that I'm talking, or I will try to emphasize. As we are calculating, please, I cannot now take you through mathematics. I cannot now go to the mathematical structure. We are getting the full squares plus half squares divided by 2. Then we present our answers. It should be in squares, but we change it in kilometers squared. How? We are saying just 1 full square equals to 1 kilometer square. Then you get the number or the answer that you've received, multiply it by kilometers squared, and you present your answers in kilometers squared. As you can see here, we are able to get 18.5 kilometers squared, though it is not the right answer here. I need you to get the answer. Who can now provide us with the right answer here? Jetty, please, you're obstructing our board. Very good. Someone is calculating here. This one is getting 36.5. Someone is getting 31. What does 2 divide both? 2 divides 1. 2 divides 1. 2 divides 1. Which are the half squares? Teacher, please go back to the formula. I turned back. Okay, can some people are still giving comments or answers. Someone is giving 36.5, 36.5, 36.5 kilometers squared. Can you please give flowers to Betty? Let's appreciate Betty. Some flowers for her, please. Okay, people who are obstructing our board, let's leave it out. Let's leave it out. I mean, Joanna, please, before I mention your name, let's always stop. Okay, so we are getting 36.5 kilometers squared. Kilometers squared. Kilometers squared. Once you leave your answer without those indications or the units in kilometers squared, we shall just give you halfway. If it is taking 3 marks, then we give you 2, or sometimes you take 1, because we mark the answer wrong. Hope you've understood where my main emphasis is. Where my main emphasis is. Please, we are now candidates. And I sometimes don't put their restrictions of maybe keeping the board closed. The board is ever open, and please, let's use it as candidates. Let's use it as candidates. Okay, let's move to the next slide. We are coming to what we call sketching skills. Sketching skills. We need to know, how can we draw a sketch map? How can we draw a sketch map? How can we draw a sketch map? These are the procedures. Please, I'm giving you 2 minutes. I want you to write the procedures down. Note the procedures down in just a minute. Then after we proceed to another slide, so as we can get the procedures before us starting the practical work, we'll be knowing everything, or we'll be following those procedures. I assure you that you will never fail. Help, that is Abraham, please stop it. Okay, someone is saying that the work is not appearing well. Maybe let me again present it in another way. And that's the only way maybe I can give it to you. Okay, only in 20 seconds, someone is saying, some of us, yes, some of you do have that work, but there are those people who are accessing it right now. And please, let's copy it down. Okay, I have hopes that yeah, like 90% of us are done, and that makes me to proceed. Okay, Hanifa is saying I'm done, and that's very good. Coming to the next slide. The next slide is a continuation of the procedures for drawing a cross section. So please, let's continue. All right. So with the powers given, allow me put Patricia out of the class. I do think that maybe, Patricia, please, can you collect yourself quickly? Patricia, please. This shows something else. You think we are from different schools, and it describes you badly, members. So, members, whenever we are here in class, such elements I can request, let's always stop, because what does it show? What does this indicate? There was something that indicates about someone doing that. It's very bad. It's very bad. And it's very bad. So, Patricia, please, next time, try to be a candidate. Maybe if there are senior one kids that are with us, or non-school participants that are within the lesson and they try to do such things. Okay, if I can see useful information that we are done, that is very wonderful. That is very wonderful. Let's turn back this side now. We started with the first slide here, which tells us more how we can construct a sketch map. Where are we starting from? We are starting from identifying the area on the map extract to be drawn. Members, for any scenario or any item about map work, you will always be given a scenario, then after a task. And the task will always instruct you on the area on the map extract to draw. But most of the times, for your items at this level are open for you to draw the whole map extract, but with the specific features which they will have instructed you to include in. And therefore, my urge is, let you always read and reread the task. You see what it demands you to draw. As usual, we shall always start with what we call a title. So before doing anything else, please, we are starting with what we call a title. Can I see by show of hands? In the last lesson, I described very well how to make a title on photograph interpretation. Not here. By show of hands, who can give us the title that we use when it comes to photograph interpretation? On photograph interpretation, the title that we use, how do we start to state the title? You will tell us your name because I'm thinking you're called Zoom user. How do we state our title for people who were in the other lesson and at least learned something? I mean, for what we call photograph interpretation. Sunia, I don't know if it's network. I've tried my best. plus Jetty. Maybe let me try to pick Martha.
We said.
Yes. Okay, we're having two people with microphones. Can I listen from Martha, then after Jetty?
Okay. So we said when doing in relation to a photograph, when writing your title, make sure that you state, for example, it is a landscape sketch of maybe an area or Nakasongola or maybe Cork, it depends. And then it's showing, it could be vegetation or climate or physical features,
Thank you
depending
so
on.
much, Martha. Thank you so much, Martha. Exactly. So we say, for the case of a photograph, please members, I'm trying to emphasize this because most of the students confuse the two. For the case of okay, I had stopped. Jetty, can you put your hand back? Put your hand back. Put your hand up back. Okay, let me continue. Jetty had wanted to receive you as well, but then maybe I distributed microphone to two people due to network problems. I said that for the case of photograph, we say a landscape sketch of the area shown on the photograph showing dash, dash, and dash, what you have been asked. Noted down. Coming to what we call map work skills, boys and girls, on a sketch map, we shall always say a sketch map of dash, if it is Nakasongola, if it is Cork, we shall say a sketch map of Cork, showing what you have been asked. I repeat, we say a sketch map. I want to listen something like a sketch map when it comes to map reading. But when it comes to photograph, I don't want to listen anything like a map because we are not dealing with maps. We are rather dealing with the photos. But this time around, we are dealing with what we call maps. And I've already given a definition of what a map is, which we also studied in P3 and P2 to some of you. So please, when it comes to what we call drawing a sketch map, okay, Abigail is understanding it. When it comes to what we call drawing a sketch map, I expect you to say a sketch map. For example, let's say you have a map extract of Nakasongola. We say a sketch map of Nakasongola showing maybe you want to indicate there different, okay, you have been given to indicate there different vegetation types, land use types, and what? Put them there. But we are using the name as a sketch map. I have emphasized it because we are having a new law now in NEP that no candidate shall be marked when he or she doesn't have a right title. You miss to put there a title, then you waste your time drawing and drawing, we shall award you with a 0. Maybe if you give us a wrong title, we just chop something like 5 marks on your mark. Let's say the number is calling 10, definitely you will be working out of 5. Yet just the title takes 2, but a penalty for a wrong title will be 5. Yes, Buju. Buju, please add, I'm the one who had given you the microphone. Buju, you can, maybe if you have any other concern, Buju, you can again put up your hand. Okay, let me receive if at all we are having more concerns. We are having a Malaivo. Some of you do use complicated names, and therefore I will always pick. Abigail, I've tried my best to pick you. But the problem is what we call network. Yes, Malaivo. We are not listening.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I had an inquiry.
Yes, please.
So, like, despite the fact that everything will be correct, like the marks for the CK, the CU, and the AP
Yes.
in the sketch map that the candidate will draw, as
Yes,
long as the
please.
title is wrong, everything will be marked wrong.
Okay. As long as the title is presented somehow relevant, but it is wrong, right? You will be
Yes.
marked correct, but you will be out of 10. The maximum mark a candidate gets is 5. Even if you have drawn everything correct, the maximum mark will always be 5. So you can see how you
Yes.
will be losing. Then for someone who has not written anything on a title, will not be awarded anything, but rather you will be awarded a 0. You are with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so please make sure that you present your titles very well.
Thank you.
Okay. And maybe let me also, this is the CEO plus JT. JT has disturbed me more. Huh? Patricia did it once, but
Excuse
JT,
me,
yes, JT.
Chair. Yes, Chair.
Good afternoon,
JT,
sir.
what is your concern?
The concern is, could you like elaborate more on how we are supposed to write our title?
Okay, please. But then, JT, you leave our body. You can always write in the comment section. I read those comments.
I sent you a message and you didn't reply to me.
Oh, okay. Sometimes you see the questions, your chats becomes more confused after you've written different things which are not academically related. Okay, thank you. I'm going to check through. Then let me receive CEO Robert.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
As it is the same case, I would like to. Oh, you can add on that
title.
The title.
Okay, thank you so
Because
much. Okay, thank you so much, CEO. Okay, so still the concern is on the title. I said for a scenario that will be given that requires you to sketch, we shall always say a sketch map. Can I maybe write it somewhere for me so as I can emphasize the point? I will have said we shall always say a sketch map of, let's say it is, you write the title according to your map extract that you will be given. Let's say it is for Cork, a sketch map of Cork, showing maybe they wanted you to present the what we call communication features. Then they want you to say maybe drainage features. Drainage features. Maybe they again want to say settlements. Settlements. So definitely our title can appear like this, but mainly I want to see an element of saying that it is a sketch and again it is a map. But the other side in the photograph, members, mind you, whenever you make a mistake and you put there what we call, yes, please.
Good afternoon, Master.
Good afternoon, how are you?
I'm all right.
I'm talking to?
Shunia.
Oh, Shunia, definitely network had refused, but microphone has been given to you. Yes, we can listen. Listen, let me listen to you.
I wanted to ask,
Mm.
Master, now the title, is it supposed to be written in capital letters, small, or?
All right. We emphasize capital letters. We emphasize capital letters. Thank you so much, Shunia. We emphasize capital letters, but in case you write it in small letters, make sure you underline it. Make sure you underline it. Make sure you underline it. Thank you so much, Shunia.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay. So maybe I can see more hands up. Okay, you have tried to clear yourself. I can see more hands are up. Can I maybe receive, this is Manny Charles.
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon too.
Yeah, so there's something I want to know about the title. Yeah. Now, what if you are tasked to draw a sketch map of a specific area identified in the map extract? How are you going to write the title instead of maybe there's a given place on the map extract that you should write there.
Thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is Charles. Charles, thank you so much for your question. We normally identify them by, if at all they want you to draw a specific place, not everything, they will normally give you the grid figure references. If not the grid figure references, they give you what we call the name of the area that they want you to draw. But most of the times, you will always be given the grid figure reference. And when you're given the grid figure reference, you will always indicate them there. You will always indicate them there. For example, they want you to maybe draw from maybe they have named the grid figure references that draw a sketch map of Cork with grid figure reference maybe a himbi. Okay, let me first remove this one.
No. That's possible.
Okay, Ahimba has been using the file name for Akankwasa Fedriz has been removed from the class. Okay, very good. And therefore, please, let's now behave. We are in class. We are in class. And we are candidates. Let's style up. I don't meet such scenarios when I'm teaching other classes. We are in class and we are candidates again. Okay. So can I maybe Charles was still asking that if we are given a specific area, please, if you're given a specific area, you will always be given a name of the area, indicate it, and you say maybe a sketch map of that area that you have been given, or if you're given a grid reference, indicate it in the title. Charles, are we together?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other question, any other concern? Having Betty and this one Tekino plus Trusty Treasurer's iPhone. Oh, yes, Tekino. You tell us your name.
Yes, teacher.
What's your name?
I'm Muhammad.
Yes, any concern? Let me listen from Tracy. Let me listen from Tracy.
Teacher,
Yes, please.
about that one that you said, like they give you a specific place like to draw. Okay, I wanted like just to speak about it if you don't mind.
To speak about it. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
Then I'm going to talk about it. Then BM. Mwanguzi.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How are you?
What if you say that a sketch map of Cork showing physical and man-made features, can it be a right?
It can be right according to the task that you have been given. In the task, if you have been given to name specific features and they list those features for you, please indicate them in the title as well. But if the question is open that you draw a sketch map of Cork, just please always say physical features and human features, just like that. Thank you so much, Mwangzi. Hope you are getting it.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay. Then as well as let me listen from Paddy. This one has a Pad Pro. Pad 6. Yes, please, your name?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How are you?
My name is Lina.
Mm.
Master wanted to inquire, like, if they give you a question, then the question is requiring you to give the meeting point. If you're writing the title, like a sketch,
It doesn't do what?
when they've given you to find the meeting point,
Mm.
the meeting is going to be held.
Okay, thank you so much. So this question normally drives me to what we call a cross section and a sketch map. How do we know that now we are having a cross section and here they need a sketch map? Members, we normally confuse the two, but most of the questions which do need a sketch map, sorry, a cross section, you find them having grid references from point A to point B. They normally tell you this one started from here from point A. Maybe they give you the grid reference for that number, for that A, then to point B, also with that one. And I expect you to answer or to draw a cross section. When it comes to a sketch, sketches are ever open, and if not that, then you will always find them with what we call specific names, telling you to draw the one for a specific area. Can we please have order? Okay. Hopefully, Nainga, questions are still very many. Okay, let me maybe check through your chat room. I see if at all, can you share the link Good afternoon. So during the facility, they told us that at the times of the shape, the sketch they want us to draw can be circle, can be a circle. I wanted to inquire whether they can set it to us as at our level. Please, Bianca, I don't expect any item which they will require you to draw a circle. Don't worry, I don't expect any item that they will require you to draw a circle. Then Baby is saying the voice has been low, but I think now we can listen to each other. Then on the grid reference, there we may. Your number, please, we shall get. It has been on the opening prayer or on the opening slide. Okay. Let me
Excuse me, sir.
first look for someone here.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon,
Good
everyone.
afternoon. Yes, how are you?
I'm fine. Sammy, I have a question about the shape, like the shape they want us to draw about the sketch map. Because sometimes whenever I draw the set, it's supposed to be somehow a rectangle or a square. So sometimes it confuses me. I need you to talk about it, please.
Okay. Whenever you're given a map extract, please draw the shape of that map extract. You're getting it?
Yes.
Yes. So, and the map extracts at our level, they will always be rectangular or in a square form. So please, we draw what you have seen because this is physical geography where you physically observe and give us what you have observed. You are getting me?
Okay.
Okay, please. Thank you so
Yes, sir.
much. Welcome.
Thank
Then
you.
Andrew, I think sometimes some of you, I just mention your name after you have obstructed your others, but you cannot definitely participate anywhere. Oh. Andrew. Let's maybe make a continuation. Okay. So ways of keeping someone like that, you just leave it up. Secondly, after we have known how to draw, because we've said we identify the feature, then on a first page, we write the title. Then after we draw a frame covering at least 3/4. We said at least 3/4, so that means you should not draw something small. Then it can be a square or what. I've told you why we do that. Then coming to, we again do what? I have again said, Okay, can I please first do this? Okay, hopefully you're now done with what you've been doing. Okay, it is high time I received only learners that would wish to learn, and I've organized the settings. That means for those who want to learn, must learn, and for those who don't or who wish unable are the people who were maybe writing on board and disturbing us with board. And definitely, I have totally restricted all the restrictions for that. So please, learners who who wish not to waste their data and time, we can now be attentive and we listen to each other. So we were on the procedures of how to draw a sketch map, and we had so far moved up to indicating the thick darkened lines. How to indicate the thick darkened lines and where are they? The thick darkened lines, I normally mean the main grid lines that are normally thickened or darkened. Please indicate them there. Only those ones. Why do we indicate them there? We are indicating them there to properly okay. I've at least received that one. I will not remove anyone, but then I will have to put the restrictions on that. Yeah, can see there are people who do want to study, but there are people who are just there in the lesson. Okay, so please, we have said that whenever it comes to that, then identify the other darkened lines. We identify the darkened lines and we put them there. Then again, with the help of the main thick lines, we mark and name the features that have been asked. Please, we don't indicate everything inside the map extract. We indicate only those features that we have been asked to put. The way we do it in a photograph, it's the way how we do it in a map work. And I've put it even a note, features must be indicated on the sketch map using symbols. Avoid using pictures as much as possible. For example, if we have seen a house, please, we don't indicate it, we don't put there a house, but we rather indicate a house in terms of symbols. Or that settlement. and we are having those symbols on the key. Secondly, after drawing that, make sure you indicate a key there. Make sure you indicate a compass direction. Now the difference comes with photograph interpretation, again with map work. Photograph, we don't have a compass direction, but this time around here we indicate there what we call a compass direction. Most of you have wasted a lot of time, maybe obstructing me to change the settings and other things. So maybe let me add in thumb speed because I have to make sure that I finish the luggage that I have for you. We are having 17 slides, and of which I need us to go step by step while understanding. That's why I was taking most of the time to receive the questions. Okay. After that, sometimes we are given those items. Maybe we say indicate the physiographic features, and you don't know what physiographic features are. Members, for the case of physiographic features, they are, we have conical hills, we have the hills, relief, also sorry, plateaus, we have the basins, headland, ridges, and the saddles, notes, and escarpments. Those are physiographic features that you will always find on the map extract. Then also we are having what we call physiographic regions. When I say a region, it must be covering a broader area. We are having steep or hilly or uplands. We have gently sloping areas. We have the low-lying areas, such things. There is any on campus direction or not when drawing. Please, we have it any. We normally put our campus direction in this way. It must be like this. Then this one. Then come and indicate in here to show that this is the north. Okay, or where it is, how it is stated. They are already thick and you see, when you have written something, I have to read all your comments. Master, is it okay if we don't include the thick lines? Or because our teacher told us that it is okay if we don't put them, or if at all we want actually, we are putting the features. Please, it is it is official. Okay, it officiates you. It makes your work more clear when you have indicated the other thick lines. It makes your work clear. So my advice is you should always include them. Then teacher, what if there is a very many the same features that have asked members? If at all you find very many forests, for example, they have asked you to indicate different vegetation types, but you found that you have forests almost everywhere. Please indicate just some few. We can just look for one area, you indicate there forest, full stop. Okay, like rivers. Sometimes, for example, the map extract of Katungulu is full of rivers throughout, even that one of Kok. Please, we indicate 2 to 3 rivers inside and name their local names. Put there the local names. Does the campus have a specific position? Okay, I think I named it very well in the procedures, and those are the people who have not written procedures. But I think Melvin has done so. So the procedures indicates that we put the campus direction on the right part. Is it? Let me first again take you back. We are saying that enclose, then we are reading this. Enclose the sketch outline of the frame. Include the compass on the left top side and the key below the frame to explain the features. So someone who was asking, that is Melvin. Please, this is the answer. We indicate the compass direction on the left top side, and the key below the frame, and the key below the frame. Hopefully that one is done. Teacher, do you draw frames of the sketch map? Yes, please, we do. Our teacher told us that we don't need the campus direction on the sketch map. Please, we do need, Betty, we do need a sketch map when it comes to sketch. When it comes to item 1, which is map work, we need the campus direction. Then item 2, never you put it there. So, shall we also look at the drawing route? A drawing route, I didn't get you, Jane, very well. Okay, does every symbol you draw on the map appear on your key? Very good. Does every symbol that you draw on a map appear on the key? If at all, because we've said that we indicate features that we have been asked. And if at all we are indicating features that we have been asked, then why don't you put them there on the key? Travis, we should indicate them on the key as well. And please make sure you write inside the map also. Are we supposed to put the key? Yes or no? We are putting and we indicate the key on the same page, where you normally say 3/4. So as we remain with the other quarter, where we shall indicate the key. What is the use of a compass? Please, we know what the use of a compass is. So it is drawn on graphs. Please, thank you so much for a very good question, Hanifa. We don't draw a sketch map on graphs. Please draw your sketch map on a piece of a paper that will be given, then on your answer sheet, sorry. Then for the case of graphs, we use graphs for cross sections only. Where are the thick lines indicated exactly? Show a peak may be. Okay, Mwangs, I'm going to do so. Is this a cross section? Please, we are now talking about what we call a sketch map. That is Roderick. Thank you so much. Then can the features be named in? Yes, please. We name the features inside. When indicating the thick line on, we need to indicate the line north 60. Okay, when you are indicating them there, please, you can note it. You can maybe indicate it there, but sometimes if we have already drawn, it is fine as well. Where do we put the compass? We've said we put the compass on the left top side. And show us what these features look like. Okay, I'm going to do that. Are we allowed to put a key? I've said yes. Oh, okay. Jen, I'm going next time. I will talk about the route maps, please. Mario, you're saying, please, Missa, please, I'm not seeing it. In my previous geography, I was given a map or extract of cork. Cork is, that spelling is wrong. And asked a question which said to describe the geography in the extract, how I was describe the geography in the map extract. Hey, there you draw. I said, whenever they said describe the geography in the map extract. Jonathan, thank you so much for a very good question. The geography in the map extract. I said we can draw and indicate physical features and human features because geography, you first know what is geography and then follow with what you have been asked. Geography, please draw and indicate both physical and human features. Then please, Master, can you briefly talk about map route, how it is drawn and indicate the features? I'm going to talk about that. It's a broad thing next time or in the next lesson. Previous geography paper. Okay, I'm going to give you the symbols. Okay, maybe allow me try to get a simple of the papers that I tried to use. All right, hopefully we can all be able to see this one that I have tried, or I tried to draw. A sketch map of Nakasongola showing physical and human features. Showing physical and human features. Showing physical and human features. There was something I want you to do. Can we please observe very well now as a candidate? Now, as a candidate, what do you think is missing on our map extract? As a candidate, by show of hands, what do you think is missing on our map extract? Oh, sorry, on the sketch map that I have drawn. What do you think is missing? Irene is in class, JT. What do you think is missing? Irene, I've tried to distribute your microphone, so once it is given, you can give us an answer. Irene, Martha, and Jojo. Yes, Jojo. Let me
Good
start with
afternoon.
Jojo. Then after we shall receive Martha. Yes, Jojo.
I see it's a campus direction is missing.
Thank you so much. Noted
So I have
down.
a question.
A question.
So I thought you must include the sheet number because at our school they told us we have to include the sheet number.
Okay, very good. I'm going to talk about that. Thank you so much for the concern. Jojo is done. Then let me listen from Martha.
Okay, it's the same thing, only a campus is missing on the left upper side.
Okay, a campus is missing on the left upper side. Thank you so much. Okay, so now we are normally given, for example, this one, give us physical features and maybe human features which were on the map extract of Nakasongola. We are coming for mock, that is coming next term. This term that we're about to start, term 2, is full of mocks, and mocks from different regions or different types of mocks for schools that will be able to do. And mainly we shall be using the map extracts of Coq map extracts. I expect you to always read and reread the items, please, that will be given.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, please.
Teacher.
Yes, please.
Like, I wanted to understand when you're drawing your map, do you have to mention, like, to show the northing and the easting, like the way you did? Because I'm seeing for you have only one northing, one easting.
One easting?
Like,
very good. Thank you so much. May I know the name? Let me first check. What's your name?
Irene.
Oh, Irene, definitely you received the microphone. Okay.
Oh.
Thank you so much, Irene. It's a very good concern. Allow me
You're
get the
welcome.
marker. Allow me get the marker here. We are having, let me first project again. Irene has asked a very good question, and it has driven me to maybe project something like a map extract here. Okay, let me turn back to the map extract. Being an online lesson, we are unable to physically see these map extracts, but we have them in our schools. If you can see this map extract, it is having very many grid lines, Others are moving down here, others are horizontal. The vertical and the horizontal grid lines are very many. But we have said, as we are sketching our map, as we are sketching our extract, please, we shall go in these grid lines that you see there. We look for the thick grid lines. They must be 2 or 3 or 4 if it is maximum. We don't draw all these grid lines that you see here. We rather look for the main grid lines. And the main grid lines are the ones that we do draw here. Let me first check my network. Are the ones that we come and draw. For example, here we can maybe have the main, then again here on this map, I can see another one here. Now, these lines that we have drawn, members, are just the main grid lines that are shown on the map extract, are the ones that you draw only, but we don't draw everything that you see in form of grid lines. Members who were obstructing our board, I think you are now unable. We don't draw everything, please.
So it's not necessary to draw it.
Okay, someone, it's not necessary. Okay, very good. So if it is confusing us now, then it may not be necessary, but then it is necessary for you to identify or draw features in their order. It helps us to properly allocate features asked on the map extract. So please, sometimes if they confuse you, we can leave them, but please make sure that if it is like a loose surface road coming from here up to here, and it does not cross this line, please make sure you have drawn the right thing. For example, it is coming from here to here. Make sure that if it is, this is the grid line, the grid, the loose surface road, draw it in the appropriate place. So please, we've just noted that. Maybe the grid, I've said the grid lines, those grid lines can as well be left. It is not more necessary because we don't give it any award, but it helps you, first of all, to locate features very well. Let me first read through your charts. Maybe teacher told us to add the scale, to add the scale, to add the scale, to add the scale. It is not awarded, Bianca. Then this one is as well asking me. This one is asking me. Bianca, the scale is not needed. It's there, but then it's not awarded. But the scale, it's not okay. It is, but then it's not awarded. But please, if at all, if you can put it there, it is fine. Campus direction, yeah. Excuse me, teacher. At my school, we have been encouraged to draw 2 frames. What is there? Good. Denny. Think, let me now. Let me now go to Denny. Denny was emphasized that they should draw 2 frames. Let me read my statement here. Enclose the sketch outline with a frame. With a frame. Okay, coming to what I have here. So I asked what is missing. One of you gave me a campus direction, 2 is missing. But after drawing this one, members, allow me say this. Again, come and enclose this area like this. I'm not big. My atlas is small. Maybe turn it back. Banai. Enclose this area again with a frame. Again with a frame. Again with a frame. Okay, I'm not being more accurate because I'm just using my remote here. So please, I have said you come as well, you draw what? a frame enclosing everything here. Hope that one I've made it clear. Let me try to draw it. Use your ruler and draw it, which encloses, then draw a what? A compass direction inside here. Here. It should be inside. Then for the sketch should be below and outside the other outer scale, that outer frame that you have drawn. Hopefully I'm clear with that as well. Okay, maybe let me first again. Irene, Irene, did I reply you?
Yes, you did.
Okay. Let me maybe get more. Only there was someone I didn't reply. What was this one? I replied Shinia. There was someone I didn't reply and asked me some concern. I've received over 3 people, so whoever gets the microphone first can talk to us. Whoever gets the microphone first can give us the concern.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
I have a question.
Yes, Philayon.
You were like, in case they give us activities, they say on the loose surface road. Do we see activity as transportation or transport?
We say transport. It is the land use. Transport, it is the land use. Thank you so much.
Welcome, sir.
We don't say transportation, we say transport. Just when you say transport only, it is the land use. When you see there some houses or huts, please always say settlements. When you see there some forests, we can say forestry. When you see there maybe a water body, you can as well say fishing. Like that. That is when you have been asked to indicate the land use. Can you please allow me move from sketch map? Then I directly move to relationship between different aspects. Because we are having over only 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, I just summarize that. Though I can see we are still having very many concerns. But remembers, sometimes we cannot finish the concerns. But I'm going to leave out my number is normally on and I normally reply people. Allow me maybe first people appreciate those that brought their work for marking. Very many had to send their work for marking. That is in the last lessons. In the last lesson that we did, I left the number and again left you with work. Very many presented their work. I think I received 104 students that at least brought their work. And I was about all of them, almost I replied everyone. If I didn't reply you, please, you can again resend me your work or just text me. I will definitely mark your work. So those are the active students. And again, this time, yes, Elaine.
Excuse me, teacher. I'm not able to access the chat.
You are not able to access the chat. Maybe there was a concern because others can write. Maybe check in your settings there.
Whenever I tap in it, it loads, then it gets off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you able to see my message now that I've tried to send?
We're in the chat.
Yes. Directly replying you.
Like whenever I tap, it does not open.
It does not open. So meaning that is the settings with your phone. That is just the settings with your phone. We shall definitely see what to do with them. Okay, so maybe I have said, allow me please leave that work with drawing a sketch map. Then we come to our next slide. And again, I said indicating different features. If there are physiographic features, please, we are looking at these. That is the hills, conical hills. We are looking at the plateaus, bays, basins, headland, ridge, conland, nose or notes, then plus escarpments. Then for the case of physiographic regions, we are looking at the steep sloping or hilly or upland, gentle sloping, and also we've said that they occupy a large area. Okay, then we again look at this. If at all they ask you to indicate the transport routes, please we name the types of roads that you see there. If it is a loose surface road, if it is a bound surface road, and how do we know them? By checking on the key. Then again, transport routes, we look at the footpath, we look at the motor life tracks, look at the rail lines, look at the canoe ferries, maybe if they are there. Drainage features, we are looking at everything that has water in it. Every physical feature that has water in it. We have rivers, we have lakes, what? Please, we are looking at anything that has water in it. Seasonal swamps, we have seasonal rivers, we are having permanent swamps, well-drained areas, broad river valleys. All those ones must be indicated there. Must be indicated there. Excuse me. Then coming to vegetation, if they ask you vegetation types, indicate vegetation types. One of you asked me a question the other time. One of you asked me a question the other time by saying that if we are asked vegetation types, teacher, what do we put? Do we put maybe this one, please? We put forest, woodlands, shrubs, swampy vegetation. Then settlements, we look the different types of settlements. If it is linear, nucleated, scattered, and others. I'm rushing so as we can come to this topic. Members, if we are looking at the relationships, this is what I want to talk about, but most of us maybe we delayed in other things, but they were also needed. And you will allow me extend this topic again in the next lesson. We look at map work. We emphasize on part B, which normally also carries more marks. So as we can definitely learn more about relationships and also how to present our answers. Most of us will do present our answers and we find they are wrong. They are wrong. So definitely allow me maybe to finalize from here on the relationships. So as in the next lesson, we look at how best do we present our answers? If we ask the economic activities, if we ask the problems, if we ask the relationships between different aspects, how do we present our answers? How do we present our answers? Okay, for today, we may not finish everything. Yes, please.
Well, I would like to inquire how we rate our answers, like on part B of those items, like item 1.
How do we write factors?
No, how do we answer the
How do we do what?
How do we answer the part B of those questions?
Wow, thank you so much. So that is the main thing I wanted us to look at. That's the main thing I wanted us to look at. That's in the next section. How do we put in the CK, the CU, and the APs? How do we present our answers very well? Most of you do have the ideas, but the way how we present our answers definitely will mark them wrong because you're giving us the wrong answering approach. That's why you normally give it. Maybe we mark it wrong. I'm going to receive Irene and again, boy. There was a boy, someone. Cool. Irene?
Yes, teacher. Also, me.
This is Rihanna,
Ah,
yes?
teacher.
Rihanna? Yes, please.
Yes,
You can give us your concern. After your concern, you again maybe tell us anything that we should talk about in the coming lesson.
me?
Yes, please. Yes, Rihanna.
Okay, sir. What I said was like you find some questions. Okay, like item 1, the questions do A, but B is always confusing because we usually write answers, but you find they are wrong. And
Very good.
okay, I get confused on how to answer because you find the point is correct, but the teacher is putting there something like your answer is not complete. Such stuff.
Very good. So we normally present incomplete answers. It is, I had tried to rush, but after in between, definitely we cannot finish everything. And definitely, Irene, you can remain with the microphone. And definitely that's why I had to cut it short. So let me make it a lesson. I project it in the coming lesson after, sorry, the coming lesson after this, and we make it maybe we make sure that we share on how to present our answers. Irene,
Teacher, me, I want to pray.
you wanted to do?
To pray.
Oh, keep with the microphone. Let me receive the class monitor. Is the class monitor in or left us? Desire. Class monitor left us. So let me receive Irene with the maybe you will give us the brief comment about the lesson, what we should do, maybe include in the coming lesson, and after you give us a closing prayer.
Teacher, the coming lesson we want to understand how to answer item A, number B, and also we have a problem in section B. Like sometimes you can explain too much and they just bring your paper when it's everything is wrong. So we want to understand more next time how to answer and approach them.
Okay, noted.
Yes.
Okay, maybe before the closing prayer, allow me first to appreciate everyone that that has participated within this lesson, and how I pray that what we do study here, please, you as well present in the coming exams, and please, secondly, on ethics or the skills of life, please make sure we always do behave. Let's always do behave. But this has been an active class, as it has always been. The active member, thank you so much. And everyone, I urge you to always participate in maybe in discussions. I normally give open discussions. For everyone who is appreciating, thank you so much. Everyone who is still having a concern, my number is already on the projection part. It's on the platform. You can as well see it. Please send your concerns. We shall reply. Then, Irene, you can give us a closing prayer and we say bye-bye for today's lesson.
Okay, teacher. Humble yourself and we pray. Oh Lord Father, thank you for this moment. One, thank you for protecting us and for guiding us, Lord. Lord, let us be able to understand and to remember whatever been taught here, Father. And let us be able to write them in our coming mock and your name, Father. We pray that let the Holy Spirit lead us through this day and lead us on our homes, and pray for our parents to give us school fees. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much for a very wonderful prayer. I wish you the best. Bye-bye.